All right, we'll do one more quick highlight video here with a game breakdown for game 395, 396, West Virginia and Iowa State. Good one here between two quality teams and, quite possibly the two best defenses in the Big 12. I'm ATS Radio host Adam Burke, and I'm joined by professional bettor and handicapper Kyle Hunter from HunterSportsPicks.com. And we got Iowa State 6.5-point favorite here, total of 49, 48.5 in that range. And kind of bummed we didn't get to see West Virginia against Oklahoma last week because I thought that would be a good matchup. Pretty interesting spot for the Sooners. Now West Virginia with a little bit of extra prep time if this game actually finds a way to go off.
Yeah, this game's interesting because Iowa State coming off a win over Texas, which, to be honest, that was a really weird game. That's one where I did cash in having the under. I was afraid I was going to lose because it would go into overtime. If Cameron Dicker had made that really long kick, which almost did, that would have been an overtime game that could have spoiled a really good under. Iowa State was really fortunate to win that game against Texas. Tom Herman with some very questionable coaching calls. The fake punt in their own side when they're winning led to a score. Iowa State fortunate to win that game. I think Texas, that was more about Texas losing that game. Iowa State, a team that I like to bet as an underdog, not a team I like to bet as a favorite unless they're a really small favorite. I think they play a lot of close games with a good defense and an offense that is, I think their offense is pretty good with Hall at running back and Purdy at quarterback, but it seems like they get pretty conservative when they are ahead. I think that's probably Matt Campbell is a fairly conservative coach in general. And if you look at this game, West Virginia's defense has been so good. They rank top 5 nationally in defense so far this year, yards per play. I do think that's skewed a bit based on the schedule that they've played so far, but West Virginia has a very good defense. I would lean under in this game. I see a couple 49.5s. That's my lean, and that's one that I'm considering betting myself. So I might make my card here this weekend. I see a little bit of wind in this game, 10 or 11 miles per hour. We'll see as that gets later in the week. There are some games with weather games this week, so pay attention to that before you place your bets. If I had to bet a side in this game, I would probably rather take the points with West Virginia. I'd like to get 7. I see 6.5 pretty much across the board now. So I'm going to lean West Virginia if you can get 7, but my strongest lean in this game here is the under.
And of course, that is one that could make your card, especially as that weather forecast gets a little bit clearer. I have Iowa State minus 8.5 pure power rating in this game, but with the lower scoring expectation, probably relax that down to Iowa State minus 7.5. I think there are questions about West Virginia. As you said, with the level of competition that they've played, they didn't get exposed by Oklahoma last week. I don't know if that would have happened or not. Kind of wish it would have, because maybe it would have skewed this line a little bit up into that 8.5, 9 range to where maybe I take West Virginia with that low scoring expectation, getting more than a touchdown. For now, though, as much as I like West Virginia, I would look the Iowa State route here in this game. I think Iowa State is maybe becoming a team now. You talk about wanting to bet Matt Campbell more as a dog than as a favorite. Totally understand why. But because they've won so much over the last few years, I think they're starting to figure out how to salt games away, how to be ahead, stay ahead, take care of business. And look, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about it. I expected their line against Kansas State to move. It never did. That implies to me that Iowa State is very highly thought of in the betting market. This line has come down a little bit off of 7. I think it's more of a grab on the low scoring expectation, but I expect 7 to pop back up here later on in the week. And I may take Iowa State here at 6.5. That's the way I'm looking.
I think 7 will come back too. So if you like West Virginia, you want to wait. If you like Iowa State, you want to take it now at 6.5. And I think that's fair from a side perspective. West Virginia, it feels like they're a team that we don't know exactly what they are still because they haven't played a very good schedule. I know their defense is good. I don't know about their offense. They've turned the ball over quite a bit this year. Iowa State, you have to be able to throw the ball. They're very good at stopping the run. Can West Virginia move the ball throwing it? We'll see. Like I said, I do like the under in this game.
Well, good thoughts there on that West Virginia-Iowa State game on this highlight video for our ATS YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to the ATS YouTube page and also subscribe to our full editions here of the ATS Radio podcast, which you can hear Monday through Friday on Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, wherever you stream and download your podcast content.